All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey, everyone. Welcome and thanks for joining us today. We're really excited to have you here at this joint webinar with the DeskDay team. We're calling it Future Proofing IT, PSA and RMM for the AI Age. We've got a packed session for you guys today. We're going to have live demos of both Level and DeskDay. We're going to walk through this integration and show real world ways that you can save time and streamline your workflows. Um, Quick shout out before we dive in. We did just launch a new Discord community for IT professionals, MSPs, and anyone using Level. So it's a great place to swap ideas, get help from the team, and hang out with other power users. So we'll make sure to drop a link in the chat for you if you're interested. But let's go ahead and dive into what we're going to be covering today. So first, we'll start out with some introductions from both teams, Level and DeskDay. Then we're going to jump into a quick demo of Level for anyone who's new to our platform. After that, we'll hand it over to DeskDay for a demo of their PSA solution. And next, we'll walk through how the integration works between Level and DeskDay and show you that live. And then finally, we'll wrap up with a live Q&A. So definitely be thinking about any questions that you have for either of us as we go. So let's get started with introductions. Hello, everyone. My name's Jacob. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO here at Level. I'm joined today by my co-founder and COO, Jason, as well as Quentin from our support team. He'll be jumping in to help field questions later during that Q&A. Let me go ahead and pass it over to Jobin from the DeskDay team to introduce themselves as well.
Hey everyone, this is Jobin from DeskDay, CEO and founder. Along with me, Mr. Ashif, he's the CTO, and we are excited to be part of this webinar.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for that. That's great. Great to be teaming up with you on this. So to kick things off, I just want to give a quick walkthrough of Level for those that might not be, or that might be coming from the DeskDay side and haven't actually seen Level in action yet. So let me go ahead and jump over to Level. Um, Level's a modern RMM built for speed and simplicity and automation. And I won't cover everything in Level today. There's just too much to cover. But I'll just give a quick overview. So this is Level. When you first log in, you have this overview of all the devices that have the Level agent installed on them. You're able to group your devices over here on the left. As an MSP, you're probably going to be grouping them by company. And as internal IT, you might group by location or department. This view here is customizable based on your role and what information you want to see. Everywhere in Level that you see this OS icon, you can simply click on it to initiate a remote control connection to that device. Everything in Level's web-based, so we just open up a new tab right in your browser, connect you straight to that device. Couple unique things about Level's remote control here is first, it's peer-to-peer, and that just means my browser is directly connected to this device. There's no Level server between me and this endpoint. That also reduces latency and increases security. Another cool aspect of this remote control view is going to be the sidebar. So everything we do in the sidebar is transparent to the end user. So it's behind the scenes. So here we're just looking at some basic system information. But if we want to, we can hop straight into a terminal session on this device. And again, that's background or behind the scenes to the end user. You have tab completion, the up arrow, everything that you would expect from a terminal. We can also browse the file system to upload or download files to this device. We can manage processes and services, everything right here from the sidebar. And you can have as many of these remote control sessions open as you want to your endpoints. So here I just clicked on a different device, opens up in another tab, and we're connected to this computer as well as this one. I do want to point out that everything in Level is live. It's all real time, which is in contrast to many of the other RMM solutions out there. So here you can see both of these devices are managed and who's managing them and what type of connection that they have. And as I close these tabs, we'll see that Level immediately updates to indicate the devices are no longer being managed. We click on a device's name. This takes us to the detail view for an endpoint. And this view really highlights that security score, which is a culmination of the device's security posture. Everything from is whatever firewall and AV you're using reporting healthy? Is the device patched in compliance with the standards that you've outlined for your company? And devices that have a low score are the ones that you probably need to focus on. Um, Monitoring and level is incredibly powerful and it's tag based. So, as an example, if we wanted to monitor this as though it was an Exchange server, I can apply the Exchange tag, refresh, and we'll see a bunch of Exchange specific monitoring rules applied to the device. And all I had to do was tag the device with Exchange. This makes it really powerful to quickly monitor additional components, all based on the tags. And these tags can dynamically be applied to the devices. So if we detect Exchange, apply the Exchange tag. Um, and there's just a tremendous amount of things that you can monitor for. So here you can see we're monitoring for BSODs or failed logins, or if the uptime exceeds 30 days. And all of these monitors are capable of running remediations or automations to gather more information or potentially fix an issue. A couple other examples. Let's say I wanted to monitor this device for remote access tools. Well, I can apply that rat tag, and we can see now levels monitoring for all these different remote access tools. And immediately in real time, Level's going to create alerts for whatever remote access tools it detected on the device. And we could have even ran an automation to potentially fix that. So monitoring is incredibly powerful in Level. And we have a bunch of monitors built in to monitor things like CPU and disk usage and services and processes and whether the device is online or offline and event log entries, practically everything you can imagine. And then for everything else that we don't have built in, you can leverage script-based monitors, um, which allows you to monitor anything that you can write a script for. Up until this point, we've kind of talked about some of the single device management stuff that you can do with Level. We've talked a little bit about the monitoring components of Level. We also have background management components, which I didn't highlight, but we can see that here as well. But where Level truly sets itself apart is our automation engine. And this is how you can do things in mass across hundreds or thousands of endpoints with very little effort. So let me show you a couple examples of that. Let's say we want to install Office on a combination of Windows and Mac devices. I can select those devices. I can apply the Office tag. And if I click into one of those devices and I go to this automations tab here, we'll see that Level has started a new automation that's installing Office on this device. Again, we can see the output of that in real time. In fact, we can see this automation running across all of those Windows and Mac devices that I selected. And all I had to do was just apply that Office tag to the device. Similarly, if I remove this tag, that can also trigger an automation, which will remove Office from the device, which gives you this desired state approach to management where the tags on the device represent the state, the software that's actually installed on the endpoint. There's quite a bit of other things that you could do with automation. So as an example, let's say a device is lost or stolen. Well, we can apply the lost or stolen tag to a device, which can trigger an automation that will gather more information about where this device is located, what are the ARP tables for this endpoint, and then it'll optionally allow you to destructively erase that device. So here we can see all of that information come back in real time. I can see where this device is located. And now Level's asking me to approve whether I want to destructively erase this device. And all I had to do was apply that tag to our endpoint. Automations in Level are incredibly powerful. And we've set this up so that here, even entry-level IT techs are able to build out automations that can do things across hundreds or thousands of devices without writing any code. So all of these actions that we have built into Level allow you to do things in a cross-platform manner, works on Windows, Mac, and Linux without writing any code. So if I wanted to start a process or stop a process. I don't need to write code to do that. We have built-in actions that allow you to chain together events in real time. And so here we can see I can install updates. I can manage disk encryption across Windows, Mac, and Linux just by choosing what action I want and what I want to do. I don't have to write any code for that. If I want to, if I'm a power user, I can, of course, jump in. I can write a script or a shell command. Um, in terms of what causes these automations to run, you have a lot of options. I've shown here you can trigger automations to run when tags are applied or when they're removed. You can also trigger automations when devices enter or leave certain groups. So imagine if the device enters the accounting group, install QuickBooks. If it leaves the accounting group, remove QuickBooks. You can run automations when devices are detected. You can also run them on a schedule, so hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, really useful for patching or verification of settings, stuff like that. Um, and you can also run automations from monitors. So you can detect events in real time, which can then trigger automations as well. So um, if a certain piece of software is installed, you could monitor for that and trigger an automation to either uninstall the software or create an alert for you to investigate manually. Um, the whole goal here was to make it so that anyone can build automations that are really flexible and powerful and reusable. They can work across all platforms. And I would be amiss if I didn't mention that we have an awesome library on our website of hundreds of pre-built automations, monitors, and scripts that you can import into your account in a single click to get started. Additionally, our support team will help you build out automations, write scripts, build monitors, any of that as well. Again, this was a very quick, high-level abbreviated demo. As I'm looking through the attendees, most of you are already familiar with Level. But if I went too quickly, there's a ton more here under the hood, and this is pretty high level. So if you want to deep dive, feel free to book a one-on-one demo with us. You can do that at level.io/demo, and we would be happy to help with that. But let's go ahead and switch gears. I want to hand it over to the DeskDay team for them to show you their platform. That way we spend most of the time there. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to you, Jobin.
Thanks, Jacob. Um, hey everyone. I'm just going to take you a quick walkthrough of DeskDay. At DeskDay, the vision is to build a next generation PSA for modern MSPs. Traditionally, if you work with any other PSAs, you might notice that these solutions are outdated, clunky, and complex. Our mission is to disrupt the traditional PSA concept into very modern, that is chat first, conversational first, AI first approach. Uh, the key of DeskDay is we built everything into conversational experience with chat-based ticketing solution built in a multi-channel experience. So what we mean by multi-channel is you can support your customer wherever they are. You can directly support within Microsoft Teams, mobile application, desktop application, web portal, and with the traditional way of email support as well. So we achieve this with a built-in application which we integrated tightly into DeskDay, and we call this end-user application as IT Connect. So using IT Connect end-user application, you can the customer wherever they are. And we also got a mobile application for you as a technician, so you don't need to be always available in the web screen. You can respond to your customer tickets from the mobile app. When a new ticket comes in, you'll be getting push notification. You can start, stop timer. You can update all the ticket notes, close ticket, pretty much everything that you do in a web screen is possible with the mobile application. So this is the main dashboard of the product, where as a technician, you can see all the daily update and status. If you go to the service desk module, this is where all this important functionality of test is: ticket management, project management. Announcement is a new feature which we introduced recently. in which you can send broadcast message or one-on-one message to individual users whenever there is a scheduled maintenance, or you want to update important information about a security, pretty much related to anything that you want to communicate over a phone or email could be possible with the announcement feature. Quality assurance is another important feature which is unique in DeskDay, where as an MSP, if you got 10 or 15 different technicians, you want to ensure that all the technicians are following the same practice when they're updating a ticket. This can be achieved with our QA board. And I'm just going to explain how the ticketing screen in DeskDay look like. Okay, so this is how the DeskDay. It's very neat, clean, and elegant. On the left side, you got all the ticket information like ticket ID, ticket information, the customer, the user, and you might notice a crown here, which means this is a VIP user. Uh, Board, you can make the ticket as a billable or non-billable. You can change the SLAs. You can import or add different checklists to the ticket. You can attach knowledge base. If you go to the right side of the section, this is where you do all the billing side of it, adding time entries, changing billing contract, add product and expenses. And on the center screen, this is where all the ticket conversations happening. So if you notice this particular ticket, the user Josh Wolf got a problem with his printer, and he initially raised his ticket through email. So I responded back to him, but his reply was from his desktop application, which I installed on his desktop machine. And then the conversation eventually moved to his mobile because he was out of office that time. Then eventually, once the issue has been fixed, he responded back from Teams. So, which means the ticket context is there wherever the user is available, whether it's mobile, desktop, or in the email. And let me connect to a customer machine and explain how the end user experience is. So I just connected to this end user machine. I have installed this IT connector end user application. So this is the desktop application where I can see all my ticket. In few clicks, I can raise tickets. All I have to do is just click a button here, type in the problem, and you
Jopin, I
can load
think
ticket template.
Jopin, I think the screen is not being shared.
Oh,
You are still in the web
second.
application.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Looks like, okay. Perfect. How about now?
Yes, is that?
Okay, so this is the end user application. It's a Windows application. I got the same application available in the Teams. You can see IT Connect Teams application here. The similar application can be installed on the mobile, and we got a web portal as well. All across the portals, as an end user, you'll be getting the same experience. So as a user, if I got a problem, all I have to do is just click a button here, type in my issue, and done. The ticket is created. And I'll be getting notification in Teams or desktop wherever I raise the ticket. And you can see here, ticket acknowledgement is received, and Teams notification is already there to acknowledge the ticket is created. Now let me go back to the web screen. Okay, here I can see the ticket. So this is the ticket that just got created. But if you notice, the ticket is already changed to in progress. Initially, the ticket priority was critical, raised by the customer, but it automatically changed to medium, and the ticket automatically got assigned to me. So this is possible with the workflow which I created in the system. So we can create different workflows based on your service desk need. So in this case, what I did was I created a workflow when a new ticket is created. If the customer is this, assign the ticket to myself, change the priority to medium, set the status to in progress, change the board. You can add other conditions, other actions, whatever you need, change, sending an auto reply, change the priority. You can assign ticket to round robin or to individual technician based on your need. You can even pass email based on the ticket summary or description and change the priority or board based on the keywords in the ticket informations. So let's go back to the ticket and here, if I want to make a note to the customer, hey Josh, and I need to change this conversation to a public conversation. So if it's a private, it's an internal note between your technician, you have to change to a public conversation to make sure that the message is receiving to a customer. So the message will be sent to the user, and user can respond back. Wait a second, I'm just replying from the user side. And you can see the message is received here. So the conversation between the end user to the technician is very seamless and real time. And you can start stop timer. When you're ready to take remote control, click a button here. You can take level and connect to the machine from here. And we are in the beta stage of bringing our AI companion to the product. So once the new module is live, this AI module is live, our AI agent can help you to write or draft reply to the customer. And every time as the ticket progress, our AI agent will read the ticket context and suggest reply for you. And we're also trying to integrate with knowledge bases that you already have. System will automatically analyze the user sentiment, and it can also help you to understand the trend of the user sentiment. And based on that, you can make necessary service desk escalation or attention to the particular ticket. The other modules are project management, where you can create different projects and you can create projects, and under the project, you can create different milestones and categorize different tasks, and you can monitor all this from a single screen and everything in a chat or conversational experience. The important other function which I mentioned is announcement, where if you want to send a broadcast message to customer about an outage at 6 p.m. You want to just drop a message to customer. You can send it as a conversation. You can select all customer or just an individual customer and select the users and send. You have option to send through email or through the IT Connect application and send. That's it. And let me share the other screen. On the customer side, they'll be receiving an announcement here. You can see here, announcement, and I can acknowledge it. The same announcement can be viewed in the Teams channel as well, or in the more. And if the user is acknowledged, I should be able to see a green light here saying it's already been acknowledged by the customer. Quality assurance is a feature where you can ensure that all your technicians are following the same rules. It helps you to keep the service desk tickets in a hygiene way. If you notice this particular ticket, as a technician, I did not mention the ticket type, subtype, category, work role in the ticket. So this will help you to plug in the revenue leakage, because what if the technician forgot to update the ticket notes or workovers? It's a revenue leakage. So it helps you to streamline entire service desk delivery experience based on the rule sets that you can create in the system. And report module where you can create different report, customer-wise report, technician-based reports, ticket by customer, ticket by users, workover informations. And we got a billing module, which is in the beta stage. You can create different invoices, recurring invoices, set up different contract. In the contract, you have fixed, prepaid, block hour, hourly contracts options available. So once you set the contract and tie it to a ticket, the ticket can the system will automatically calculate the hours and the amount, and it will help you to automatically bill the customer. And it's help you to offload the manual billing options with a breeze. And traditionally, when you work with the legacy PSAs, one biggest problem that I'm facing customer onboarding, and we simplified the customer onboarding process with single sign-on option. So when you onboard a customer, you can set up a single sign-on to their Office 365 or Google Workspace environment, so that you don't need to manually create a customer contact or end user. It will sync to their Office 365, and the end user can log into this application using their existing SSO credentials. So it works with Okta, any protocol that we use by IITC, it works like in Azure, Google, Okta, or any other single sign-on solution will work here. If you are using email-based ticketing most of the time, you can customize the email templates. You can even bring your own HTML code and paste, so that for a fully branding experience, you can bring your own HTML code. You can signatures. You can have both individual technician signature and company-wide signature also possible. I know this is a very quick demo. If you would like to explore more, you got a 14 days free trial available. All you have to do is just visit our website, DeskDay.ai, or you can even book a detailed demo with me. The link is available on the website also. That's it from my side, Jacob.
Awesome. That was really, really cool to see. I love your UI. It's very clean. Um, let's go ahead and kind of jump into this integration and show them how all of a Level and DeskDay can work together.
Absolutely. Over to you, Ashraf.
Thank you. Thank you, Jopin. Just a minute. Is my screen visible?
Yep,
Yes.
it's showing for me.
Yeah. So basically, when we were trying to create the integration, we were trying to make it as intuitive and seamless as possible, that when you're interacting with it, you need to feel that you're clicking some buttons and moving through the same systems, not multiple systems. That is the conventional problem that we have with legacy systems out there. We were trying to kind of avoid the friction in between platforms. And we try to make it as seamless as possible by avoiding the friction in between these platforms. So that was the main intention that went into the user experience side of things when we designed and developed all these things. So everything is set up. I'll just take a few minutes to take you through all this. You just need to go to the control center in DeskDay, and you can go to the integrations tab where you can see the level integration. It is already set up, but I'll just walk you through to just configure. So this is already configured. This is how the systems communicate with each other. Systems talk to each other. This is how DeskDay communicates with the level by this API key. And this is how level communicates back to DeskDay by hitting a webhook. So these two have to be configured. For that, you have to head into level. You have to go to API keys. You have to create a key, and then you have to copy paste it to DeskDay. There you have it. And then these webhooks, you have to go to level. You have to create the webhook. You have to create a new webhook and paste it there. Once this is done, the systems can talk to each other, and whatever is happening in level will eventually reach DeskDay. So this is how the integration is done. I'll be clicking proceed. We are selecting the integration board for filtering purposes. Click next. You will have the customer mapping, where you have to map the customers coming from level to DeskDay. Once that you can select the customers there. Once the system is mapped, you can move ahead to device mapping, where you map devices from level to accounts in DeskDay. So this is done and finished. So once you do this, your system is ready. It is integrated with the level, and you're ready to receive alerts and notifications regarding whatever is happening in level. So I'll just go to the tickets tab, where we have selected the level integration board. You can see that the alerts are already flowing in. I can just click on it to bring us to the screen that I've been explained before. This is a contextual screen where you have all the information regarding a ticket or an event that has happened in level. So once a new alert is triggered from level, it reaches the desk and it is created as a ticket. It is in the open status. And if the issue is resolved in level, it is also resolved in DeskDay. So it is syncing automatically. And if it happens again, it is reopened. As you can see, the issue is reopened here, right? From here, within just click of a button, I'd be able to see the device details in level, right? This is the device page from level. And then if I want, I can go ahead and connect to the device itself, where I can remotely connect, right? So everything is available within the same screen. You can have all the contextual information. You can have the interactions with your technician and your customers, and you can take the remote control. Everything is available here. So this is the integration side of level with DeskDay. I think we have gone through everything. Yeah, that's it.
So all it takes is just 5 minutes everything set up between level and testing. So we built in such a way that the integration is as seamless and easy for MSPs. It's not a rocket science of integration. The same time, we focus more towards on the user experience side, how interactive it can be, how real time it can be. At the same time, how a ticketing to the RMM functionality to be tightly integrated together.
That was really neat to see. I think that's probably one of the best integrations that we have, especially since you have two-way syncing. So when the alert's created or resolved, it syncs both ways. And then the one-click remote control, that's awesome. I love seeing it.
Absolutely. And we are also trying to make it more granular based on, like, if you notice, all the tickets will alert will be created as a ticket in the system. Now, on the next version of the integration, what we are planning, we try to see if we can categorize these alerts into different sections where the MSP can really decide what type of alert needs to be created to avoid any noisy or messy alerts alerting in the ticketing system. For example, if I need to only create critical tickets or just the application related tickets or these network related alerts, you should be able to control that alerting into ticketing system so that you can minimize the alert being created as a ticket in the system. That those are some additional enhancement which we are planning in the next version of the release.
Yeah, I also really like the attention to detail, like the alert reopened indicator, so that you know
Yep,
this is a reoccurring issue. Those little things make a big difference if you're working every day in the platform. So I love it.
absolutely.
Let's go ahead and open it up for Q&A. Go ahead and drop your questions in the Q&A section. Anything you want to ask the Level team or the DeskDay team, go ahead and fire away. We'll hang out here for a bit and try to get through as many questions as we can. Also, if you'd like to take a deeper look at DeskDay, we'll put a link in the description of where you can go to book a demo with your team, um, job in, or if somebody from the DeskDay side wants to do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll be doing it.
All right, questions. I'll hit it off kind of as we're waiting. What does pricing look like for DeskDay?
So currently we are at a pricing at $59 per month per technician with no minimum seat.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, cool. All right, I see those links in the chat, so make sure you grab that if you need. Um, all right, any questions? It can be on absolutely anything. Level, desk day, features, functionality, questions, roadmap items. Let's hear those questions. All right, what integration does Level have with FreeBSD? Level doesn't work with FreeBSD yet. Although I did have a meeting this week about like potentially adding support for it. But if you jump on our feedback site, feedback.level.io, and submit a feature request for that, that is definitely something that we are looking to add and expand our Linux support as we go. Um, yeah, thanks, Sean. Great question. What else? Any other questions? All right. Let's see. Oh, one more. Any plans around SNMP monitoring? Yes, that is something that we've discussed doing quite a bit. There is a feedback post on this already. I don't think it's going to hit the roadmap this year, but hopefully next year that's something that we could look into adding. I definitely want it in the platform, and I know Jason does as well. All right. I want to thank everyone again for joining us today. Thank you to DeskDay as well. If you want to get if you want to get hands-on with Level, you can schedule a demo, sign up for a free trial. Same thing with DeskDay. Uh, Big thanks to everyone. One last question. What about the onboarding fee?
To
I,
DeskDay or Level?
we have no onboarding fee at Level. How about you guys at DeskDay?
We don't have any onboarding fee.
Cool. Yeah. So no onboarding fee from either
Fee.
of us.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Um, let's see. I saw one hand raised. Vincent, any questions before we depart here? Awesome. If there is any other questions, feel free to reach out to either of us. Happy to do that. Does DeskDay have a Slack integration?
Slack integration is coming up soon. We expect to complete it by Q4 this year.
Awesome. Neat. I can see how that would be very helpful. WhatsApp too. What
Uh,
about WhatsApp?
Eventually, we want to add all the communication channel possible, but we haven't set any ETA for WhatsApp. Hopefully next year.
Cool. Makes sense. Well, thank you everyone again for joining. We're pumped about this partnership with DeskDay and this integration. We're big fans of what they're doing and their UI. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either of us. Thanks again for your time, and we'll go ahead and give you back a little extra time this morning as well.
Yeah.
Thanks again,
Thank
guys.
you, everyone. Thank
Have a great
you.
day. See ya.